Alright, I gotta confess something to you guys. I've never watched Danny Phantom before. I know, I'm like really missing out. Just never really got into it as a kid. When I was a dumb little baby, I was huge on SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. I wasn't super into actiony cartoons as a kid. Of course, I would have tapped into the show getting older, but I think they ended up pushing it off to the Nicktoons network, and I had never really had that channel on cable, so I just missed out on it entirely. Pretty unfortunate. I'm sure I would have liked it as a kid, but oh well. At least now as an adult, I can look at creepy stories related to old childhood shows like these. The last video I made in this style did insanely well, so how about we take a look at another one of these video pastas. We've got another hijacking here, the Unauthorized Danny Phantom Interruption by Weak Alternate. This one's a lot longer than the last one we looked at, so bust out the sodie pops and get comfy, because I think we're gonna be here for a while. Before I continue, however, due to copyright concerns, I will be shortening a majority of the clips shown here. As always, I will leave a link in the description and a card at the top for you to check out the original video. I seriously recommend it. The full experience is way better than what I can provide here. The video begins with a text narration from the uploader claiming they obtained this VHS tape from a collection of various cartoon recordings. It is believed that this incident only happened locally, as the uploader claims there were never any public statements about the graphic contents of the video. Definitely makes a lot of sense. A local TV broadcast would be much easier to hijack over a TV broadcast on a national scale. Later, the uploader claims there were 2 failed attempts to interrupt the episode near the beginning of the recording. Obviously, it seems the hijacker at this point is doing test interruptions before getting to the meat and potatoes of their broadcast. As referenced earlier, this was one of the test interruptions the hijacker attempts, and it seems to be a successful one. Pretty quickly, all sound of the episode cuts out as we skip to Danny with a deranged look in his eyes as he goes into ghost mode. The broadcast is seemingly cut out abruptly with a blank Nick logo on a text crawl saying they'll fix the issue. After that, the episode returns normally. Later, after the commercial break, the recording starts with a pretty funny bit involving Tucker.
Sticky hospital, ghost guarding the joint. Still, no sign that Danny's in any real danger yet. Still, technically not a cry for help. Well, not a cry for me.
Gotta say, the hijacker has a pretty good sense of humor. That's some pretty good comedic timing. The episode broadcast continues glitching. By this point, it's pretty obvious the local network and the hijacker are fighting for the local television feed. In my opinion, the way the clip ends is really interesting.
I think Danny's really in trouble. Have you seen him?
A while ago.
It's just dialogue from the episode, sure, but I'd like to read this as the characters in the show genuinely seeing there's something wrong with Danny. Now here's the penultimate part of the interruption. Another fight for the feed occurs until it seems the local station is finally overtaken by the hijacker. Fingers bloodied and with a big smile on his face, Tucker becomes his next target. What happens afterwards is actually pretty cool. We get an entire custom animated fight scene between the two. At least the hijacker gave us a cool fight scene akin to the show to go along with this creepy lost episode where Danny kills everyone. Unfortunately, Tucker loses the fight. We get a quick shot of him with his face ripped off before the Nickelodeon logo returns to the screen. The channel quickly cuts to a series of bumpers before they are glitched and edited to show some creepy imagery.
We'll be right back.
A message scrolls on the screen saying, "Your eyes are open, but you see nothing." The clock ticks backwards and the shadows whisper their secrets. The sky cracks and bleeds, unveiling the truth you fear to know. You are the missing piece in the game that never ends. Running in circles with no escape. The mirror lies. The door is a gateway to nowhere. Silence screams louder than any screams. Louder than any sound. The void calls your name and you answer without a voice. As this text scrolls, we see Danny shaking with madness as he looks upon the corpses of his dead friends. Some more text is shown on the screen. Here lies our mistake. We made this one mistake. We never made any more. Don't settle here. We did. We regret it. This is where it ended. After this message, Danny's neck snaps. More text reads, "You can't escape what's already inside." After that, we're shown Danny's body lying on the ground, with eyes completely blank. We get colors flashing on screen with some really cool, unsettling music overlaid. It really instills this fear of dread you get while watching this video. Even though the episode is apparently over, the incident isn't over yet. This bleeds into the Nickelodeon logo and the bumpers after the show. Finally, we get another second with the blank Nick logo as text scrolls quickly, reading, "Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Do not panic. Everything is okay. You will be fine. Do not panic. Everything is okay. Everything is fine." You would think this is from Nickelodeon, but it's actually a bait and switch. The shaking dead images of the characters from the show appear behind the logo one last time before the channel is fully taken off the air. In my personal opinion, I think this is proof that the local station was never actually in control. The earlier messages, at least in my eyes, were faked by the hijacker to give the viewer a false sense of security. Before the video ends, the uploader mentions that all they could find in relation to this incident was an old local newspaper report briefly explaining the incident. Notably, the paper mentions that Nick did not comment on the incident, and local police did not identify any suspects. Our hijacker seemingly got away with it. And so ends the unauthorized Danny Phantom Interruption. Again, while I don't know a whole lot about the show Danny Phantom, I'll try my best to draw a conclusion based on the video itself. Danny went insane, that much is obvious, but why? Believe me, for the longest time I was stumped. I even made up a stupid theory that it was God himself coming down to corrupt and smite Danny for being a half-human, half-ghost abomination. Clearly that wasn't the right answer. Well, as I scrolled the comments, I came upon this very interesting one. The gist of it is, Danny's brain is literally decomposing after going ghost so many times that it's finally caught up to him and made him go insane. This does make a lot of sense. Near the beginning of the episode, Danny immediately goes insane as he transforms. Maybe this is the exact moment where the corruption finally takes over. His friends try to fight back, but they're powerless against a fully ghost Danny. Maybe the later messages are an externalized monologue from the entity possessing Danny. The long text scroll on the bottom of the screen feels very much like a sort of "I have no mouth and I must scream" type of message, as if the real Danny is trapped inside of his body, unable to control it anymore. With the message regarding the mistake they made, this could possibly be the entity tormenting Danny for the actions their body took. Here lies our mistake. We made this one mistake. We never made any more. Don't settle here. We did. We regret it. This is where it ended. As if to say, our body killed your friends. We regret this mistake. We'll end this right here, right before the body perishes. As for the hijacking itself, I find it interesting that the newspaper clipping mentions that the signal interruption was a nightmare for the Nick company, but as far as we know, this was only a local intrusion. Nick never made a comment and the hijacker seemingly got away with it, so was it really just a local intrusion? At least the hijacker left us with a cool looking episode to watch. Maybe they just wanted to air their lost episode creepypasta. Maybe they were in the local TV station control room. Who really knows? One final note I'd like to leave off on is in relation to the video's thumbnail. It didn't appear anywhere in the video by itself. It was kind of blocked by the Nick logo near the end. But this is maybe one of the creepiest video thumbnails I've ever seen. Seriously, every time it pops up in my suggestions, I get genuinely creeped out. Anyway, that's just about the end of the video. Just want to say thank you guys so much for the support of my South Park video. It really shocked me to see that video blow up, and I'm seriously thankful for all the love and support I've been getting since it went up. I've been having a ton of fun making these videos, so please let me know if there's anything you think I should take a look at next. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed watching, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, later.